turn that off. That'll wake you up. Good morning. Welcome to the 2015 annual meeting. My name is Ian Fitton. I'm the chairman of the Surplus Land Association of California. I would now like to call to order the Southern California session of the Surplus Land Association annual meeting. That's the last time you'll hear me do that. All right, I'll get through this, I promise. Anyways, thank you for being with us today. I hope you enjoyed the video. For those of you who may not be familiar with the SLA, we thought it was imperative that you should have at least a basic understanding of what our role is. The SLA is more than a place to simply file your taxes and fees. We're a financial analysis team. We're an industry resource. We're an educator and an advocate, and much, much more. Before I go into the main part of my report, I have a few housekeeping items that we need to cover, so I'll run through these things quickly. First, in lieu of a roll call, please note that members signed in this morning. Please make sure if you hold an individual license or if you're an authorized representative of an organizational licensee that you've signed the list of meeting attendees. The sign-in list will be tallied to determine whether a quorum is established. If a quorum is not established, all votes taken during the meeting will be finalized in follow-ups with members after adjournment. Second piece of business, I'd now like to introduce our head table. To my left, Mr. Ben McKay, Executive Director of SLA. To his left, Ms. Joy Irvin, Chief Operating Officer and Director of SLA. And to the left of her, Nicole Zayek of Mayor Brown, who serves as our legal counsel. Nicole, would you please do us the honor of reading the antitrust resolution, please?
When involved in meetings or other activities of the association, members of the association should be mindful of the antitrust laws and not engage in discussions or conduct for the purpose or effect, directly or indirectly, of fixing or stabilizing premiums or producer compensation, engaging in bid rigging or false quotes for insurance, engaging in potential anti-competitive conduct or activities that could adversely affect the cost, quality, or availability of insurance products or services, or engaging in any other anti-competitive conduct or activities affecting their businesses or the business of insurance. Members are advised that violations of state or federal antitrust laws may result in civil and/or criminal penalties, and that any member acting contrary to the intent of this resolution shall be subject to disciplinary action under the association's constitution. Please note that the antitrust resolution holds throughout this event, including the luncheon. If anyone hears anything at any point during today's event that may violate the antitrust resolution, please immediately bring it to the attention of Ian Fitton, Ben McKay, or me. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. All right, at this point in the agenda, we are scheduled to have a reading of the minutes from the previous meeting. These minutes were posted online last week for your review, and you should have received an email notification to that effect. Now, I know it's very exciting to read through each and every sentence of the minutes, but if I have a motion to waive the reading of the previous meeting minutes, we can just press on.
So moved.
Do I have a second? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying no. It's always quiet at that line. Motion carries. Okay, so thank you for letting me get through the housekeeping part. Now let's get on with the show. For my report, I'm going to take a few minutes now to talk to you about some of the things that we've accomplished at the SLA in 2014, both internally and externally. When we were putting together the program this year, I thought not only would you be interested in the data that Joy will be highlighting a little later in the program, but you also might want to know what we're doing behind the scenes at the SLA to make your jobs easier and more efficient. So let me just set the stage. I'll be defining what we've done. Joy's going to fill you in on what we're doing, and Ben will finally regale you with what we're going to be doing in the future. So for over a year now, we've been implementing a three-phase plan to improve our internal processes and our external functionality. We looked at 2014 as the last part of phase 1 and the beginning of phase 2. In phase 1, our internal reassessment phase, we looked at our systems in the marketplace and realized that we needed to match the marketplace from a technology standpoint. We needed to evaluate, anticipate, and automate. We put forth 3 goals. First, review all internal processes. 2, continue moving towards a mostly paperless association. And 3, evaluate our current disaster recovery plan with an eye towards cloud-based solutions. The simple fact is we couldn't help you if we were operating inefficiently. On the first point, the SLA worked to streamline its work processes by encouraging electronic filing and beginning the process of helping our members reduce their tags. We created an internal cross-functional tag team that began developing tag reduction processes, as well as a new filer program to help inexperienced filers avoid many of the pitfalls that lead to tags. Through improvements in our processes and the addition of not only the right people, but the right amount of people, we reduced the time lapse for process filings, thereby improving reporting accuracy for our members. We are also working diligently on cleaning up our data and the search function so we can better provide you with a comprehensive resource database. On point 2, we continued our move toward a paperless environment by implementing online payments using both ACH and eCheck. And we are processing today an average of $150,000 per month in stamping fees this way. Additionally, we've increased adoption of SLIP electronic filing portal, and we are now processing 50% of all policies, which accounts for 56% of the annual premium in this manner. Our move towards this paperless association has turned a file room into a state-of-the-art training room for the staff to help us remain operating at optimum efficiency. On the third point, I'm pleased to tell you that 80% of the SLA's critical systems are now running in the cloud, including email, website, and all back office applications. Simply put, we needed to get our house in order so we can help you with yours. In phase 2, the external phase, our goal was to do an exhaustive analysis on a wide variety of tools that would help our members improve their processes. The formula for external growth was to educate, empower, and engage. This was incorporated in 3 goals. 1, enhance the SLA's educational services. 2, create business tools for our members. And 3, relieve the brokers from the training burden. A great example of hitting all 3 of those initiatives was the SLA began providing on-site visits to brokerages that needed assistance in reducing tags and created a tutorial guide to help brokers utilize SLIP. This, in turn, was supplemented with an online request form that brokers can use to ask for help or educational support. Educate, empower, and engage. How can we help you? Okay, so let me bring this all home for you. I talked a little earlier about how our push to reduce tags helps the SLA internally, but how does the reduction of violations help you? We conducted a study last May on what tags cost brokers in both time and money. We learned through this survey that SLA members spend somewhere between 14,000 and 26,000 hours a year just remediating approximately 45,000 tags issued for paperwork errors. The average tag takes between 19 and 35 minutes to fix. To some of our highest volume brokerages, they're investing the equivalent of 3 to 9 months of a single employee's year just remediating tags. That's real time and that's real money. And that's why it's in your interest and ours to do what we can to make a dent in the number of the tags issued. Through SLIP and online payments, we created efficiencies for the SLA and made it easier for you to file and easier for you to pay. We also removed some inefficient rules, such as the needing to sign the invoices, which makes your interactions with the SLA much easier, more efficient, and less time consuming. By creating these online options for filing and making payments, we are creating tools that the business world is rapidly coming to see as standard. And this is crucial to the future growth of our brokerages and our industry. We talk a great deal in our industry about how to diversify, how to bring in a younger, more diverse employee base so that we can secure this industry's future. The millennial generation that is coming up today considers online payments, mobile apps, and intuitive, interactive websites to be minimal expectations. These resources to us more grizzled veterans are often seen as new and potentially interesting. But to this new generation, they're merely baseline expectations. If we want to continue to attract young and ambitious talent, we have to provide them the tools that they consider standard. If we fail to do this, they'll take their talents elsewhere. We need to keep bringing in the best and the brightest to keep our industry on the cutting edge. We're making it a priority at the SLA to stay on the leading edge of technological innovation, to help us attract the human resources we require to survive and thrive for generations to come. If we can maintain that direction, we will continue to provide valuable product and resource to this vibrant marketplace that we call home. We need to reach the employees of tomorrow where they are so that we can reach the consumers of tomorrow where they live and where they work. As you can tell from this report, your association has accomplished a great many things this year to run more efficiently and to provide the kind of state-of-the-art tools that will help you run more efficiently and grow your businesses. I think we've moved this association forward on leaps and bounds, and I look forward to us continuing to move forward together in 2015 and for years to come. I want to close by thanking Beth and Joy and the SLA and you, the brokerage community, for providing me with the honor to serve as chairman. It's been a great challenge, stretched me both personally and professionally, and for that I thank you. With that being said, I would now like to introduce the Director and Chief Operating Officer to talk to you about what is happening today at the SLA at the present time. So please welcome Joy Irvin.